Last night I went to the premiere for Whitney Houston. There we go. I want to dance with somebody. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. Come on, Bo. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Come on now. Y'all already know. So I have to tell you guys that it was a very much so, it was a very, very interesting. And I'm going to, this is why I call the show Telling the Truth Thursday. It's a very, 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 very interesting movie. Now, without me giving away too much so that you guys don't want to go see the movie, I would like for you to go and see the movie, especially if you are a Whitney Houston fan. Everybody that knows me knows that I am a Whitney Houston, a diehard Whitney Houston fan. And so therefore, I was so honored that they reached out to me, to come down and to the premiere.
When does it come out?
December 23rd. But put the picture back up there. December 23rd.
Okay, yes, it's on there. So yes, December 23rd.
All right. I'm not going to give away the movie. I'm just going to tell you this right now. I'm not going to give away the movie. What I will tell you is that it's most definitely from the perspective of Pat. This is Pat Houston's version of Whitney Houston.
Someone's Maddie. Someone's asking who is Pat.
Oh, honey. Pat is her sister-in-law that is in control of her estate now. That's in control of all of the things that while we keep continuously seeing Whitney, and everything is a monetization of Whitney. I'm not gonna. It is definitely from Pat's perspective and you're not gonna really recognize that it's Pat because she's like 9 shades lighter than the original Pat Houston. And obviously, in the casting, you have to sit with the casting and see who they cast, whatever. When they casted the person to play Pat, I know Pat was like, "Yeah, girl, her," because I was like, "Girl, now this is definitely a Pat." And I don't know Pat Houston like that. I don't know Pat Houston like that. I know over the countless years, even back when me and Goldfangs was together. I've had my words to Pat. I don't know Pat personally. I just have questions that I would like to ask Pat. I would love Pat to come on my show or any show that I have when my show returns back to Fox Soul. Wait, did I say that? Okay. Well, when my show returns back to Fox Soul, I would like for Pat to come to Turned Out with T.S. Madison. I'd like the producers and all this stuff to extend an invitation to Pat Houston. That is someone that I would really enjoy having a conversation with whenever we come back to Turned Out with T.S. Madison on Fox. So, oops. But because I heard a bitch say that, my schedule is crazy. So I have a lot. The format will be different, We might be streaming it right from here. There's a possibility we might be streaming it directly from, and we might be live. We're working out the kinks on how I want to do it with my return. So, I'd just like to say that, and then I'd like to really extend I'd love to extend that because there's questions that I have, questions. Yeah. I do. I would. No, no. And here's the thing. After watching the movie last night, I'm gonna honestly tell you guys that I don't want Whitney's legacy to rest because I don't want it to be buried in the shadows of what's going on in music now. Because music now is the fool, and so I don't want Whitney's legacy on who she is and what the contributions to the world that she gave, and the reason why doors in music are opened up now for things to be in music. You know what I'm saying? So because music is the fool now. Just so many artists that I'm looking like, well, girl, what? Okay. That's another story for another day. I do encourage you, if you are a Whitney fan, to go out and watch I Want to Dance with Somebody. Mo, put the picture back on the screen again. I do encourage you to go out to see this. Go see it as a Whitney fan and as a Whitney lover. Like, go see it for that, for just to understand, the Whitney. It is definitely from Pat's perspective. There's a lot of things that I knew because I'm a Whitney fan, so I knew their things. You're going to be pleasantly. There was something that they touched on in the movie that I was very much so. I was wondering, were they really going to finally address it? And it was addressed. It was addressed. You wondering?
Oh, okay.
Because no one ever addresses it. They never addresses it. And so, because no one addresses it, it just blows in the wind. But they definitely deeply addressed it.
Oh, so they didn't even. It wasn't even a gloss over.
Oh, you there was no mistake.
Oh, okay.
There was no covering it. There was no grazing past it. There was no. It was like no passing it by. It was very much so. Blow, loud, ta-da, watch out now. It's the little one, and I'm not Bow Wow. It was very that. It was definitely not friend. So you said they addressed it and cannot be, well, they addressed it, bits or pieces of it, and Cannot Be Me. But this was totally addressed. It was addressed from the opening sequence.
Oh, for real?
Bitch, I was like, oh, okay, just jump right on in it. There we go. Come on, let's just jump on in it. That they didn't talk about, Caleb. They didn't talk about that. Yeah, you can put it up. They didn't talk about that. Yeah, they didn't talk about that. They didn't touch that. I didn't see Dion nowhere in. I just heard Dion's name or whatever. But I'm asking you, if you're a Whitney fan, to go out and see it, go watch it. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy the movie from a fan's perspective. You know, and make sure y'all look out for who Pat Houston is, because I was looking for Pat. I was looking for Pat the whole movie, but I seen this real light-skinned lady. And I was like, who is this light-skinned lady that keep popping up everywhere? Who is this white woman? Who is this white woman? Who is this next to Gary? Who is this?